What's up everyone, it's Jambors, new video, and in this video I will be talking about the running orders of semifinal 1 from various perspectives. Who can qualify, who cannot qualify, or if the maths, which I again did, make sense, because it's just very different from any previous year. Let's talk. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very glad you're here. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, ring the notification bell, comment in the comments below. Buy me a coffee if you want to support this channel. Watch my other videos, I did plenty, and also you can give me a super like if you don't want to buy me a coffee, you know. But let's talk about the topic of today, and that's running order. EBU revealed the Eurovision Song Contest 2024 running order from semifinal 1, semifinal 2. In this video I will be talking about semifinal 1, and the other one I will just schedule sometimes somewhere just after this video basically. And I will give you some of the ways how I can look at it, because of course I will give you my own opinion, but also I will just inside the maths I did, you know, I did those videos, those crazy videos about the maths, who will go through regardless the running order. And also what I will do, I did some math from previous 5 seasons and see the dead slots, see where the accuracy, the percentage of chances from various types of running order placing, where you are like 5th, 13th and whatsoever, which are the best slots and which are the worst slots. And then also I will tell you who I think from the first semifinal will really make it, who I doubt, and who I don't believe will make it also. And let's start about this. Clear. Eurovision semifinal number 1 is clear. The running order is like this. First is Cyprus, second Serbia, third Lithuania, then Ireland, then there is this intermezzo with United Kingdom, then goes Ukraine, Poland, Croatia, Iceland, then Germany, then Slovenia, then Finland, Moldova, then Sweden, having another intermezzo, Azerbaijan, Australia, Portugal, and closing with Luxembourg. This thing with Big 5 countries and Sweden are intervening into it. Let's say I will try to take it that they are interval acts, kind of. So 3 breaks in completely different positions. Actually not really that different, like 4 songs intermezzo, 4 songs intermezzo, 3 songs intermezzo, and the rest. Actually it makes sense. I think the task from SVT is to make the semifinals as fast as possible. And I think all of this will just go in one big pile of songs, and there will be probably some interviews in the green rooms just based on the staging, so there must be some, you know, changes, rescheduling whatsoever, and so on and so on, what we are normally used to, you know. But first of all, let me give the maths. So there is one math which says that around 35% of songs which are in the first half has chance to qualify, and 65 from the second half. This is it. Like, being in the first half sucks, really. Like, definitely from the math from past years. But also we saw last year where the first time juries weren't there, completely changed some things. For example, to be in the slot number 2 doesn't mean that you cannot make it. In 5, if I say 5 previous seasons where we can vote for who will come back from, or who will get through from semifinals, meant that if you are second in semifinal, you have basically 0 chance to go through, unless Armenia last year, which were the first country in 5 years who make it from the slot number 2. And we are speaking about diaspora voting a lot. I did my all crazy math, you can check those videos, where I'm telling that this year, especially because the draw is like it is, it will be a lot of diaspora voting, a lot of neighbor voting, which will completely change all the odds around here. And I believe at some point that those math, how we were used to perceive semifinals in past years, doesn't really work. If it ever worked, you know. But there are some things. For example, the best slot you can be in semifinal is 8, 9, 13, and last and second to last. Those are the best slots, you know. Like, even to be last and second to last, it's 90% chance you will slide through, maybe even bigger. Then the other one, like 14 in this case, it's also perfect. But let's go one by one. First is Cyprus, and Cyprus has this powerful dancey track. We heard it a million times, but it will work. It always works. And the cliches, okay, we can say in the fandom or, we are too much into it that this is it. But, for many people, this is the first time they will hear the song and they will like it. It will be a great opener. And I think being at first slot, which is the very good slot, actually you have like more than 60% to pass through on this slot. It will raise the chances of Cyprus to fight for the, let's say, 10th, 9th, 8th slot, because I think this is the country which is fighting for the one of the last places to secure the qualification. Then we have Serbia. I read the Twitter. Of course, second slot, it's a dead slot. But in this case, and now mark my words, because I mean that I'm right, that if some country could be scared of not qualifying, it doesn't need to be Serbia. Of course, it's a worst slot you can get. It's a ballot, so it's the worst thing what can happen to you. But Serbia has amazingly huge diaspora. Also in this semifinal, they have few friend neighbor countries who will vote for them just automatically. And being second for Serbia, actually it's the blessing. You maybe say like, what Jan is get crazy. But explanation is very clear. Like, when else you want to activate diaspora than here? If you just say, come on guys, come on all fellow Serbians around the world, we are doomed, this is the worst slot we can get, you will activate the all country here. This is just as simple as this. So this is, I think, kind of clear that this is basically a blessing for Serbia in my opinion, because this marketing will just work. They just need to do this work. If they won't do this work and they will sell it like, okay, we lost, it doesn't matter you to vote, then they are doomed. But in my opinion, as if I'm a producer, this is the perfect chance to work against the odds. And actually this is the same what happened to Armenia last year. They had a strong song, which Serbia has also this year, and they went through because they completely changed those odds, because they are the only country in past 5 years who made it from semifinals from slot number 2. Slot number 3 is Lithuania. This is the perfect slot. It's actually to be third, and let me check the maths. To be third gives you over 60% chance, but Lithuania has also amazingly huge diaspora. They have a very good strong song. It's a dancey song, and I have there is zero doubts, I have zero doubts over here. Then we have Ireland. Ireland I marked, I feel they can kind of make it. They will be fighting for those last slots. It's not a bad slot for Ireland because it's kind of a shocking, let's say this way. It could work. It depends on the performance, in my opinion. After that will be UK, which is very smart. At some point, I don't want to say like producers doing this way, but definitely UK will be watching at this time, but they would be backing up anyway. The thing is, if the other countries would back Ireland up, in my opinion, they are on the verge of qualification in general. They will be fighting for this 10th, 9th place, and it won't change. After this, there is this interview from Alexander. He will put some kind of different emotions, but then Ukraine. Ukraine is clear qualifier. There is no doubt about it. Don't even talk about it. 5th place. It's again a 60% chance, but in this case, I think it's kind of clear. Ukraine, I cannot imagine that they are not qualifying, and I think actually they will be qualifying from one of the first places. Then we have Poland, and Poland, in my opinion, is also going through. Regardless the performance, it could be the only thing why they won't qualify, because there are no juries. There are 0 juries if the performance will be really, really terrible. If won't, again, it will be a big backing up, and 6th place actually is the most deadly place of them all. If I don't count the 2nd place, it's only 30% chance to qualify. It's one of the worst, and it doesn't really go with the favors, especially because after this it goes Croatia, and Croatia is strong. Croatia is going through. Even 7th place, it's not the perfect place for this being, but come on, this song will be passing through. And it can be problem for Poland. What comes good for Poland, that after Ukraine, Poland goes, everybody from this region will watch it. Everybody wants to see Ukraine, and they will just back it up. I don't really believe that Poland is not going through. But the problem is here for Iceland. In my opinion, even 8th slot, it's one of the best slots you can get. The performance should be exceptional, and even though it's the wrong semifinal for Iceland in general, they received the best slot, actually 80% chance of qualifying from the maths. But in this competition, all those things are worthless in my opinion. There is no country, unless Sweden, who will back Iceland up. It can give them few more points, which actually will reduce the points from the countries who are on the verge of qualification, in my opinion. And that would make easier for the ones who are closer to the 10th slot to get through, because Iceland, it won't be there, in my opinion. And then goes Germany. Another interval act. Everybody will be liking it or not, doesn't matter, because they're not fighting for anything. And then goes Slovenia. 9th slot, it's the second best slot you can get. It's after Germany, and after Germany, even he is singing perfectly. Slovenia, Raven with Veronika will excel with her voice and everything, and also with the neighbor voting, and also with the diaspora voting. This is for me now a completely sureness that Slovenia is qualifying with Veronika, and Raven is going to be in grand final. I wouldn't be really worried about it, even though you need to send votes, right? Because there are no juries to save her. If there are juries, it's for sure safe, because she will excel. There is no really other better singer in this whole semifinals. Maybe in Portugal, maybe Serbia, but not really anybody else who can really match it. Then goes Finland. The fun goes. And the 10th slot, it's one of the worst slots you can get. Actually, 10, 11, and 12 are the worst slots you can get after the 2nd slot and 6th slot. But it's a funny song. It's a song which just you will remember it. Even if you won't like the music, even if you will hate it, you will remember it. This is powerful, like you can say like Eurovision get raped, and you will be right, but they're going through. They're 100% going through. I would put bets on it. From 10th place, even this is one of the worst place, but also from 2nd semifinal, 75% are going through. Even in this case, it will be different like last year. But trust me or not, but I'm telling you, Finland is going through, and Moldova will have a hard way to secure its place around this 8th, 9th, 10th place, because I believe that because it's ethnical song and also it has neighbors around, they will be voting for it and they will help it go through, because she is famous in the region, like she's really famous, Natalia Barbu, and this will help her, but also doesn't. I put like a yellow sticker over there that this can be a word of qualification. They will be, for example, like for sure Moldavians will be fighting for it. Sweden then goes and do another interval act over there, and then goes Azerbaijan, Australia, Portugal, and Luxembourg. And I'm telling you that that slot in here, number 12, because number 12 is also only 40% chance of qualification, and they, as well as Moldova, will have a hard time to qualify. They will need to really get help from other countries to go through. Even the song is good, but there are no juries to help it. And especially after Sweden, this will be very hard, because this is just overwhelming Sweden will overwhelm your brain, and they will kill both Azerbaijan and Australia, in my opinion. Even if I can bet who would go through, if Azerbaijan or Australia, I would bet on Azerbaijan much more. Australia doesn't have such a huge support from public in Europe, and the song, even it's very nice, the juries won't save it. And after this goes Portugal, giving Portugal the number 14, which is the best slot you can get. It's a promise that they will go through. Now I would bet on Portugal. Even they would probably, by fan votes, they wouldn't go through by first place. Probably more like 9 plates, maybe 10. This is where the bread is going to be break. This is the gift from the producers to put Portugal over there and to help quality to get through. I think this was also a kind of a task from producers to, as much as possible, quality to get through. I'm not sure they will be able to secure it, because this is not in their hands, because they have no other choice. It's just public vote. But they did maximum to do it, and also they had Luxembourg, which in my calculations, they had no chance to qualifying with the song. But being 15, it's also the best slot you can get. Like, it's 90% chance you will qualify, 90%. Depends. I'm not sure that all the countries around it will have the sentiment to put it through, but if they will and they won't vote for Poland, for example, and Finland, those points are going to Luxembourg. Not because it's a funny act. It's a very nice dancey act with a okay singer, and if she improved vocally, if she improved by presentation, I think that rising up the chances. What can really happen? In here, I put the red button only for Australia. Now I can show it to you. Which means, and also Iceland. Those are the two countries I'm sure they won't qualify. In my, like, I would be glad if both of them qualify, but it's not possible. That still, I don't know, like 5 countries won't qualify, you know. But Australia and Iceland are not the ones. Luxembourg, chances are rising. But what I think will happen, honestly, that more people will be voting for Luxembourg, but not enough for them to qualify, but they will even take more points from the ones who are on the verge, which will actually secure points for Moldova and Azerbaijan to get through. So who I think will get through? Like, let's put it here. I think Ukraine is going through. I think Croatia is going through. I think Lithuania, Finland, Serbia, Poland, Slovenia, Moldova, Azerbaijan, and I'm not much sure about Portugal. Which means that Ireland, Cyprus, Iceland, and Luxembourg and Australia wouldn't go through. Even Cyprus could still fight for this last place, and in this case would probably take more likely Moldova or Azerbaijan. This is my prediction from this semifinal. I think also this running order is quite amazing in the way how watchable it will be. It's very dynamic. It starts very dynamic. It starts very strong. It shows you the big variety, like, even though like all the songs in here are very diverse and the diversity will go on, this semifinal in diversity is huge in my opinion. Even though there are so many ballads, it won't make a difference in the way that they're also all different, and it will be fun in my opinion. I'm still not a big fan also of it, or I'm not over the moon about that the countries who are automatically in the finals are mixed in. I understand the position of the television point of view, and after all, it's a television project. It's nothing else than this, even though it has much more connotations. But honestly, if I'm participating country, contesting, competing, I don't want them to be mixed with me, because they are taking attention on them also where you should shine. I'm competing, you know, not those countries. And this is, in my opinion, unfair to the rest. It's kind of fair to those others, but it's not actually. They are automatically in the finals. What more they want? And they could compete when the counting is happening, you know. That, I would say, it's much more fair than this. But it is what it is. This decision was made. It probably will be calculated after all. There will be some feedbacks if it was a good decision or not. Now it's done. It is what it is. And I'm very curious how it's gonna mix the cards. In my opinion, especially in second semifinal, in second half of the semifinal, Azerbaijan and Australia are dead because of this decision. And I would really question it, honestly, if I'm a participating country. Like, what the hell is this? But you know, who am I to question it now? I'm not part of any team, but this is my opinion and my opinion only, and you can have completely different. So write me them in the comments below. Tell me, who do you think will qualify? How do you like the running order? How do you feel about this extreme slot number 2? But definitely, in my opinion, this is a blessing for actually Serbia in this case. And about this video, tell me what do you think and question me. It's absolutely alright. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video. Buy me a coffee if you would like to support this channel, or give me a super like. And also don't forget to watch my other videos, especially the ones when I'm talking about the qualification chances of each and single country from semifinal 1 and also from semifinal 2, where I really take maths. So this video will make much more sense for you after you will watch also those. And then come back and watch it again. Then see you here next time then. Thank you for watching. Bye.